What are some dark secrets of working at a casino? During my 8-hour shift, a gentleman won $15,000 on a slot machine. Punched out at end of shift and had the next 2 days off. Returned to work after my weekend to find the man still sitting at the same slot machine. He had been there for 2+ days, losing $15,000. Casinos are a last stop for many people on their decision to commit suicide. Many will gamble and drink what bit they have left, get a room and end it. Lots of suicide on the Strip. I worked as a cage cashier. I have seen people come in on payday and spend every penny, and then they come back demanding their money back because they need it for rent, medications and food. I would just get security to remove them from the window. I work at a casino. Was a cage cashier, a main banker, and now I'm BSA compliance officer. Don't gamble. The house always wins. We track our chips because gangs will buy a bunch, use them as currency. We can adjust the payout rates of any slot machine. We are watching you, and if you win or lose enough, we will do a background check on you. I worked at a casino as a dealer through college. A lot of incidents were pretty sad, especially with regulars that you liked. One regular would tell me about his middle school age kids, and then I would realize the next week or so later that he was missing their school plays, recitals, etc. because he was at the tables. I remember working an overnight one Christmas Eve and begging him to go home when 6/7 some roll around because his kids would be up and opening presents. Other times just people screaming at you for stealing their mortgage payments from them that month, then seeing them back again the next day. My brother works in one, and he tells me a lot of stuff that happens there. Grandparents that spend money for their nephew's birthday. A very tired man didn't realize he spent 24 hours gambling on the machines. A woman crying because she lost all her money and now she can't pay rent. At least one old person dies there every month there, and when the paramedics take the dead body, another old person sits on that chair. I really don't know how he can still work in there. Former valet at a casino. The amount of daily regulars who drove barely functioning vehicles full of trash, roaches, and rats who would actually valet their car and go gamble away any money they had to their name was honestly depressing. The saddest I remember was a 90-plus-year-old lady who drove a 91 Corolla, and when we got in her car we realized she had no power steering fluid at all and her steering wheel would barely turn. I have no earthly idea how her frail arms could turn it. We went and bought her some before she left that evening. Apparently there's plenty of suicide at these places. People will take out a loan and lose it and just off themselves in the bathroom. The dark secret is that it's not actually that interesting because the whole industry is heavily regulated. Everything is above board. You just lose all your money because of math. I saw 2 grown men ugly crying because they had just lost their house, kids' tuition, something, and kids at the edge of the casino floor watching their mom at the slot machine. What really shook me, though, was hearing items fall out the top floor of the hotel. Then came a really big boom. Some gambler guy used the TV and whatnot to smash through his locked hotel window so he could jump out himself. Dust from the ceiling rained down on me. As a person who worked for a newspaper covering a casino town, we had a policy regarding suicides. Only those done in public were covered. And even then, there were 12 people a year who dove off the parking garages. I won a $10,000 jackpot on slots. I flipped out, but no lights, siren, bells or whistles. The machine just sat there. Had my sister go get an employee to tell me what happened. Dreamed of how I'd spend the money. Employee came, told me the dials, spinny bits are just for entertainment. The real gambling happens inside the machine on a computer. Then she walked away. I cashed out and left. Edit cleaned it up for ya asshole. It's not rigged, your odds are just so damn low they don't have to cheat you lol. Family friend was a croupier. Earned more on luxury private cruises than her husband, the head chef aboard. No taxes at sea. I had a cousin who was a blackjack dealer for about 20 years. Unfortunately, she died unexpectedly in her sleep at 45. The autopsy showed her lungs looked like that of a 2-pack-a-day smoker, even though she never smoked. Poop, apparently. Don't work at a casino, but I did play blackjack with some buddies for about 8 hours one evening, and we rotated through a few dealers. One of the dealers, named Coach, told us the number of people who drop dead on the casino floor is about once a month. He said you generally have older, heavier people come in overstimulated by lights and sounds and the excitement of getting rich. Pair that with smoking and drinking and it makes sense. Not a dark secret, but genuinely tired of people asking number. The table games are not rigged. The shoes are not rigged. There is no special button we can press to make you win or lose. I understand that you're angry that you've been losing and won't leave. But that is genuinely your fault problem. I worked in a casino for about 3 months. Whatever one's opinion on gambling, that casino was the most organized and best run operation I ever saw in my 44-year career. They really had it down to a science. My friend works in the 24th of July 365 casino and has told me stories of regulars known for wearing diapers to avoid having to leaving their machines. They also get regular calls from concerned family members, friends of people who haven't been in contact for days, only to learn they have been at the casino for days on end. Gambling addiction is very real.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.